You're watching On the Town, and I'm your host, Tanya. Thank you so much for coming back again and watching us this week. Today, yes, it is a special day. As you all know, Texas had one of the worst storms in February, and they're still going through quite a bit. And it's not often that we can find what I call local heroes. And that could be anywhere in the United States, but local heroes that take their time out, their energy, their money, and send love to the community in any way they can. So on the town, we truly believe that it takes a community to build a strong, it takes everybody to build a strong community. So with us today is one of Texas' most popular business owner, philanthropist, and author. With only $5,000 and a dream to build the world's biggest furniture store, he started Gallery Furniture under tents and on the side of the freeway over 30 years ago. During one of Texas's biggest storms in February, he opened his store to help all Texans in need. And it's not his first time, I hear, helping in a storm. So please give a big warm welcome to Jim/Mattress Jack, as he's known, Mackinvale. Hello, welcome.
Mattress Mack, Tanya, but I've been called worse. Mattress Mack.
That's a Freudian slip. I'm so sorry. Mattress Mack. Tanya, get it right. How are you today? Thank you so much.
Great, Tanya. Glad to be on the show.
Thank you. So how's Texas doing right now? And I know, during the storms, things were pretty bad. Lots of flooding. People didn't have electricity. How's it going right now as we speak?
It's much better. People are obviously back in their homes. We've got the water, the electricity back on, but so many thousands of homes had pipes burst and water get everywhere. So we're definitely in a rebuilding phase, but Texans are a resilient group, and tough times never last. Tough Texans do. We will get through this together.
That's right. And one of your sayings is hard work, great ambition. Is that you that said that? One of your mottos?
My motto is work is life's greatest therapy, and I try to live by that. Mm-hmm. In fact, we just started the trade school here that's free for people in our area that want to learn electrical skills, plumbing, welding, all those type of skills. We have a high school for people 16 to 26 is free, and we have a preschool age 6 months to 5 years old is free. We're trying to up the educational level of people in our community so they can get better paying jobs, have a better life, and break the cycle of poverty and become prosperous. Just like my wife and I came here with $5,000. We were able to succeed because a lot of people helped us. We want to help others.
Well, that is amazing. I want to know about your parents. How did you get these core values? Because you're very adamant about them, and I love the fact that it appears that you it's not only do you keep them for yourself, but it appears to be contagious, and you give it to the community. Because I saw some of the clips.
My parents taught me, Tanya, that the essence of living is giving. It's better to give than receive. So that's how my wife and I try to live our life, try to impress that on our children. My son, James, is here. He was just, his beautiful wife, Amanda, was just here with their lovely child, and we had a great time. But my children and grandchildren hopefully are catching that giving gene, because I think it's very important.
Oh, absolutely. I just think it's amazing. I am so happy that for the fact that I can get you for 5 minutes to take the time to come. I appreciate you. You are truly what I call, like, not just a hero, but an angel, I'll say, because it so many people who have will walk by and let others just, be like, well, they shouldn't be this way, or they, or that's their fault. But you took the time to actually open your own store, open your own store aside from business, but to have people actually come in and stay if they had to sleep, if they needed water. You gave out food. I hear you employ, is it true? What is it, 400 workers, something like that in your stores?
Oh, we had 400 workers, team members here at Gallery Furniture. They're all great. And, as far as helping other people, the saying I teach myself and I teach James, my son, is right to my right over here, is when we see a person who's down on their luck, if not for the grace of God, go you and I. So
that's right. That's my number one.
You got to look at it.
That's it. By the grace of God, there you go. That's absolutely, that's kind of how I live my model. I'm a Quaker, so you know how we get.
Good for you.
Yeah, I don't look like the guy in an oatmeal box, but I am Quaker values. So your store you started years ago. How did you get into furniture? That's what I wanted to know as well, because I hear your furniture is top quality and you keep Americans working.
Yeah, we sell a lot of American-made furniture. I got in the furniture business real simple. I needed a job. I was broke, and so I started selling furniture. I found that I was pretty good at it. Then in 1981, my wife and I moved to Houston with $5,000, started this store, and 40 years later, we're still at it.
That is amazing. That is amazing. And everybody I hear knows you, like literally from the mayor on down.
Well, everybody in Houston knows because I've done 3 million television commercials in this market over the last 40 years. So
oh my
I'm fairly recognizable. But, we want to be known as people who are not only good merchants, but good citizens. And that's part of our duty here, is to give back to the community that's given so much to us.
That is amazing. What is your favorite help story? I'll say, like, something that happened in the store that you'll always remember.
Well, my favorite help story is ongoing. It's these people that came to work as team members.
Yes.
Way back in the 1980s, I had these children who were 8 and 9 years old used to come and work for me because they had a choice. They could work for me and make a little money or sell drugs on the street. And now 30 years later, they're still working here. They're very successful. They have nice homes, wonderful families, and they're living the American dream because they went through the process of the fact that if you work hard, you can get ahead, and they did that. And that continues to make me proud that I see these team members grow up into successful citizens.
And see, that's the most important aspect, is that you not just reach one, teach one, but you end up instilling the same values into those people, and then hopefully they go back in the community and do the same thing, because it really has to be like a contagious thing, helping, I believe. And I know,
it really does take an entire village to raise a child. So we're trying to create that village around here. And as we created that trade school here and the high school here and the preschool, it's simple. We're trying to make the furniture store more relevant, because what you have to ask yourself in this age of brick and mortar retailing is, would the customers miss us? We were going to business tomorrow, and Amazon's threatening all of us. So we got to be relevant to the customers, and relevant to our neighborhood, and relevant to the community.
That's true too. I forgot the bigger stores can eat out the smaller mom and pop stores. So
yeah, Amazon people buying things online is putting a lot of brick and mortar retailers out of business. We got to give the people a reason to come here. And if we're active in the community, they appreciate that, and they spend their dollars here and help support us so we can support the community.
Absolutely. I'm a firm believer in that. When we had our pandemic response here, when no one could go out and it was on lockdown, we had a local restaurant here, a couple of them that came through and made the best meals for us, and we just picked up. Everybody was on that line, literally. And that was when I said, wow, it does take a village, because if those people had not did that, a lot of people would have been starving, So I truly, personally can say I appreciate when someone does that, because I go back and say, okay, I don't really need this. Let me go and give this to the pantry, or, you know what I'm saying? Because someone for me. So that's very important. And as far as businesses, that business is still open, even though all the other ones are having a hard time, and lots of places have closed around here because of the pandemic. They're still open, I believe, because people like me, I would take my last and go, if I was going to take out order, I'm going to them, because they came through for the community. So that's a brilliant marketing strategy, I believe. And I think that also you said one thing. I don't think everybody is a what's the word? When you just make something quick and then it's disposable. A disposable society we've become with all these big chain stores. And I think when I see stores like yours, it's great, because my mom, well, my foster mom was a foster kid. She was very much about quality, and she wanted long term. Like, I don't want a bunk bed that's going to last for 4 weeks. It has to last for 20 years. Right. Right. And so it sounds like your store is one of those stores that give quality, and not just this, plastic furniture. A lot of the materials are not really wood.
Yeah, we still made in America solid wood furniture, not imported junk, as you might say. So we're very proud to support American craftsmen and American workers. And I think we can all agree that jobs for Americans are very, very important. And the more people we have employed in good, well-paying jobs, the better off this society will be, as we focus on our similarities, not on our differences.
Absolutely. That's another thing you say. Similarities and not our differences. I noticed people of all colors in your store, which was awesome. Because in the world of so much stuff going on, and then the race baiting and all this other stuff going on, it can be kind of like overwhelming. So that was another thing I noticed. I looked at your lines and the people coming in and out, all different levels, different people, and no one really cared. Your people, right. You need something, we got you.
That's the way we are in Texas. When we have a crisis, we all band together, and it doesn't matter race, color, creed, socioeconomic status. We're all Texans. We're all here to get through this battle together, and that's what we were able to do in Hurricane Harvey. We did it in this ice storm, and we will continue to do that because, again, tough times never last. Tough Texans do.
That's right. Tough people do. And so what you have what is it? Another philanthropy. Let's see, your book. That book came out a while ago, but
always think big. Yeah, it's about 20 years old, so I need to write a new one. I got a lot of new stories and a lot of new content. So once I get over my laziness, which is rampant, I will write a new book.
What was the basis of it, though? Because I love the title.
It was just about thinking big and retailing how my wife and I started small. We built a big store, by the seat of our pants and by God's grace through great customers. And if you take care of the customers, everything else will be okay. So that's still the philosophy we live by, is customers first, last, and always.
Wow, that is amazing. And your workers, they're like busy bees. They seem extremely happy. You must be the best boss in the world, pretty much, because they're
ready. The best boss. I definitely have the best team members, and they are worker bees. We like to work around here. We like to get things done. We like to be innovative. Mm-hmm. And when a crisis happens, we like to react quickly to help out the members of the community. So that's what we've done in the past. That's what we're going to continue to do until the day I pass the reins on to James or whoever runs the store. So we're all about customers, and community. What else is there?
Yes. Another thing I saw about you, football. You made one of the largest bets. Is that correct? One of the largest.
I won about $3.2 million when Tampa Bay beat the other team. Who was the other team? Kansas City in the Super Bowl. So hoorah for Tom Brady.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And that's when you're always rooting for people like yourself. I'm always rooting for people like you, because I'm like, well, at least I know, like, if they get it, they'll do not only what they want for themselves, but they think of other people and how can we empower other people. Because I know, some people say, I don't know, it's a very strange society we're living in right now. But I like when people realize, no, maybe they're not where you're at because maybe they don't have the same opportunities. And so if you give them opportunities, now no one has excuses, because now we can all play the game.
It's about providing opportunities and getting obstacles out of the way so people can then go to work and really make something good out of their life. My father taught me when I was a little bitty child. He said, get up, go to work, make something out of your life. And that message still rings in my ears every day.
Wow, that is amazing. And then you said you have a school too. How did you get that started? What came about with the school?
Well, I went to a lecture by Mike Rowe, the guy who had that TV show Dirty Jobs.
Yeah.
And he talked about how much money plumbers were making, electricians were making, cowboys were making, people cleaning the sewers in San Francisco were making, doing menial jobs, physical labor. Mm-hmm. And I thought about the fact that a lot of people don't need to go to college and come out with $100,000 in student debt at 9% a year for the rest of their life. And so we started the trade school for electricians, for welders, for culinary, for auto mechanics. And now we need thousands of plumbers in Houston because of the pipes bursting in this cold weather snap we had. So you never know when the next hot job is going to come up. But right now the hot job in Houston is plumbing. So we're instituting a quickie plumbing course in our school. So we're here to serve the community and get people that are skilled tradesmen and women out there working and making good wages.
Gosh, why couldn't you run for presidency? That's all I want to know.
I'm running for furniture man.
Running for furniture man. I'm just saying, because those are the kind of values we need people in high places to have, that they get it. Like, okay, so we need to create things that will empower people so that they won't have a need to sit home or not be doing the best. Because I always believe, God has a divine purpose for every human being. But sometimes,
amen to that, Tanya. Amen to that. God has a purpose for every human being, and I think we find our purpose in work, and too many people lose life's greatest therapy, which is work. And our job is to help people find the joy in work and the self-fulfillment in work and the self-worth they get out of it, doing good at the job, whatever the job might be. So that's one of my life's calling, is to help people find their niche in that magical Exler called work, W-O-R-K.
And that's good old American values. That's how it used to be. But I really commend you on the work you're doing. It's just amazing. And I hope out of this interview and people seeing it is that they see and say, hey, I own a store. I could figure out how to maybe have an intern, or maybe show some kid who doesn't have any skills. That's what I'm hoping, that it becomes giving and being kind, and not just giving, because you can teach someone how to fish, right? They say you can give someone fish, but it's better to teach them how to fish.
Right.
So I like the fact that you're not just saying, here you go, but you're saying, oh, and you don't have a skill, or you don't feel empowered. Okay, here we go. So what do you need? Okay, we're going to provide that now, and you're ready and you're off. You can get off on your own. I like that, because
we're also teaching soft skills like financial management, conflict resolution, how to get to work when your car breaks down, et cetera, et cetera. And that's what I like so much about the Quakers, is they valued religion, they valued family, and they valued work. So I'm a big Quaker fan.
Yes, I love my Quakers. We're all about peace, love, and happiness. And they do a lot of work too with prisoners and homeless people. So I like that. And that's what attracted me to your story so much, because I've been in media for a while, but I was committed to just finding real stories and real people, and not just all the washed up stories that they give us on the news, because a lot of that is bad, and I'm tired of bad news. I want to hear about people like yourself who are actually saying, yeah, I can create change. Even if it's just throwing a pebble in the water. That's the kind of people we want to see. And I think everyday Americans can get up and do something, and throw a pebble in the water.
Amen. Be the change in the world you wish to see.
Exactly. And any advice you want to give to young people out there, or to people who do maybe have businesses that can help? Any advice at all?
Anybody who's an entrepreneur or wants to be an entrepreneur, here's my advice. Late to bed, early to rise, work like hell, and advertise.
I love that. You are absolutely the best. I appreciate you so much. And I know you're probably very busy in your store, because I heard people in the background. But if there's anything else you want to let us know, we appreciate you and all that you did for Texas, and not just Texas. I think what everyone's seeing that on the what's the name of that app? My Good News. I think it was Good News. I saw in GMA, Good Morning America. I mean, you've been all over the place. But with that, I think it's going to become a thing, like a trend, where people start saying, I can do that too. Let me give back. So thank you for starting that trend and keeping it going, so that it could build a momentum. I'm hoping,
Thank you, Tanya, for your show and your positive, contagious, optimistic attitude. That's what we all need in this country, to make this country a better place in which to live, work, play, and raise a family. That's what we need.
Absolutely. And I thank you so much for your time. And we'll be talking to you soon. Oh, is there any way that people can, any place that people would donate to, or anything they can help? Anything that can help?
If they want to donate to our continuing efforts with the people who got affected by the winter storm, we have a GoFundMe page at galleryfurniture.com. They can donate there, and when the next crisis happens, we'll be right on the front line.
Okay, so gallery furniture.com to donate. I'm just putting it in there so people know. That's good. And then I want to read just a couple things before I let you go. Some people says good. Some people are just saying little comments here. Good man. Who's this? Good guest. Someone had something. I thought someone. Thank you. Here we go. So Maria says, thank you for your generosity. May God bless you always. Thank you for helping my fellow Texans. And a couple of people I know are out in Texas. One of my board members is actually in Texas. She moved there and she loves it. And she told me, everybody here just gives. They're just so warm. And I said, really? I'm so happy to hear that. I think I'm in the wrong town. Some of the some people said the mega churches need to do some more to help too. I agree. I totally agree with that one. He should run. They said you should run for some office. I agree. I'd vote for him. I'll tell you that. So who else? Thank you, Mac. You're the best. I put the site up there, and we hope that this will be contagious. I appreciate you so much for taking time.
Thanks, Tanya. We'll all get better together. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you. And thank you guys for watching. This is Tanya. I'm your host on The Town, and we will